If I told you that I knew where a secret treasure was, would you go treasure hunting with me? Hi, my name is Rolinda. I'm a professional artist, but I am also your treasure hunter today. I am so excited. Now, here is my question. Did you have a wonderful, fabulous 2020? "2020 was tough. And honestly, I feel like it's just a dress rehearsal for 2021. Like, not to break the bad news, but I feel like even though there has been so much grief, so much pain, so much loss in 2020, there is treasure in it. And I want to show you how to find it. So stick around. I actually have 3 really cool aspects that I'm going to share towards the end of the video, so make sure you watch the whole thing. I get to be your treasure hunting guide today, and I'm so excited because your first clue is, do you want to use a spoon to dig the treasure? Do you want to use a shovel to dig for your treasure? Or do you want to use a bobcat? Now, do you know what a bobcat is? Okay, it's an earth moving machine. And honestly, I wish I had a bobcat out here with me right now to show you. Maybe I'll find a picture of like a backhoe or a bobcat or something. But I'm telling you, people ask me all the time, what are your talents? What are you good at, Rolinda? I'm like, I'm good at making friends, cold calling, and digging holes. So what I want to do is I want to show you that there is treasure in 2020. You just have to know how to find it. You need a guide and you need a map. Do you have a map to find the treasure of 2020? You do now, because at the end of this video, I'm actually going to give you a link that gives you my personal map, the map I use to find the treasure at the end of each year. So, are you ready for this? Number 1, you have to know where to look. That's why you need a map. You have to have a map in order to find the treasure. Remember how we always say X marks the spot? I'm telling you, I know where X marks the spot. And it isn't actually right here, but I wish. It's actually using a pen or your computer keyboard. And it's using your memory and other tools like photographs and your calendar. And it's truly about going, dare I say, day by day and looking for really 4 things. Are you ready for the 4 things that you're going to be looking for in this map? The first one is you're going to look for gratitude. I know, it's really said all the time, but it's true. And particularly gratitude is hard when it's been tough. All right, when you're grieving, it is really hard to look up through tear-stained face and cloudy eyes to find and see the gratitude. But I promise it's there, and the way you find it is actually through this next step. You have to look at the grief. You have to look at the pain and capture it and allow it to just be. Now, this is one of the most important things about doing a treasure hunt like this. You have to, as much as you can, stay in observation mode. This is really, really important. When we stay in observation mode, that's when we become alert and aware of our surroundings, and we can actually take a look at it objectively. Like, really take a look at it. Really take a look at the day-by-day activities that you had over 2020. And see what kind of people touched your lives. What kind of books did you read? Did you learn a new skill? There are so many different things that you can actually find, treasures that you can find in 2020. But again, gratitude, and then that pain, and then the next thing, this is really interesting. It's about searching for those loose ends, things that you wish you'd done differently maybe, things that you just never got around to. Maybe it's a follow-up question or a question you never did ask that you know you were supposed to. Those loose ends are gold. I'm telling you, I am following up with my loose ends right now, and I cannot believe the treasure I'm finding. People are so responsive as I reach out to them to try to take care of these loose ends. All right, are you ready for the last one? I'm going to tell you at the very end, okay? So, you need the tools, right? You need the map, but you also need a guide. You need someone to ask and point you in the right direction. And here I am. I want to be your treasure hunting guide. So here are the 2 questions you really need to ask yourself. When you're doing this 2020 treasure hunt, you need to ask yourself, what do you want to get out of this? Truly, what do you want? What do you desire to do this work? What kind of treasure do you want to get? And the second is, what do you need? Now, there is a very big difference between wants and needs. Wants are desires, and we should go for our desires. But our needs, those are our requirements. We need them. We require them. What do you want? What do you need to get out of 2020? And the reason why you need to ask these 2 specific questions, remember, I'm your guide. It's actually so that you can prepare for 2021. This is really interesting. I had a conversation with a friend today, and we were talking about 2020, and honestly, like, there have been so many changes, so many challenges, so many like shifts and dodges, and that quite frankly, we've just been going and going and going and not really taking time to process, not really taking time to look back and figure out exactly where we're at today. It's really kind of interesting. But the reason why we need to figure out where we are today is so we can figure out where we want to go. I don't know about you, but 2020 has required a lot of change in my life. And if we don't change, if we don't evolve, we die. Now, hopefully not really, but the reality is you can find different times on Earth where the climate has changed and evolution took place, and the individuals or the things in the earth that evolved were able to stay on the earth. If we don't evolve, if we don't become really creative and evolve with this new life, this new year coming up after this dress rehearsal of 2020, we got to figure it out. So by doing this treasure hunt, this is how you get the very last and most important thing, the thing that you were waiting for to the very end, and that is the treasure. The treasure of letting go of 2020 with a calm heart and a peaceful mind, knowing that you did your best in the moment, no matter what that was. It's really about letting go of 2020 and embracing 2021 and truly making a strategy for 2021. And I know, as I have been doing my own treasure hunt of 2020, I'm coming up with some pretty cool things that will happen in 2021. So here is my challenge for you. Go to this link that I'm going to share with you and download and print out your map. Now, please print front and back pages, otherwise you're going to have a giant book. But this is an opportunity for you to truly, truly, truly do some digging. And I hope you don't use a spoon. I hope you'll actually go get that backhoe and like truly start digging around in there and find all of the treasure. It's just waiting for you. All right, my friend, I'm here if you need me. Let me know. And I would love it if you would put a comment down. Do you do a year-end review? Have you done it in the past? Have you gotten anything out of it? All right, see ya.